NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 125 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Broncos at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Still fighting for more. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, boy, hang on here. Injured player, and it's Russell Wilson. Certainly have to hope this is nothing major. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 50 yards now on on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Wilson throw brought in by Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember. Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Browns that have the lead in the second quarter. Nick Chubb accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. We were treated to a good first half of football by Jarrett Stidham. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two teams making their final adjustments before...
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This will be caught at the 2. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. He'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9. Dances by him. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Fights off the defender. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4 quarters ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say,
late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
a lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Fighting through it, he's got space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. That one goes for 8 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. This should be the final piece to the puzzle as Stidham goes down to a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
On the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for